This week's edition of Are You Still a Genius is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, always fresh, always. Remember, Tim Hortons, always fresh, always. Hi there, my name's Greg. I'm host of the show, and this week is the Evolution edition. It's now time for quick joke time. A little girl asked her father, "Daddy, where do humans come from?" "Well," said the father, "God created Adam and Eve, and then they created babies." The little girl then asked her mother for a second opinion. "Mom, where do humans come from?" "Well," the mom replied, "it all started with the evolution of apes and Darwin and the theory of evolution." The little girl went back to her father and said, "Daddy, you say humans come from Adam and Eve, and Mom says they come from Darwin's theory of evolution." The father remarked, "That's easy to understand, dear. I was describing my side of the family, and your mother was describing hers." I can't say I'm entirely pleased with my hip replacement. Let me translate. That means, let's say hello to our players. Okay, let's say hello to our first contestant, as always, Peter. How you doing, Peter?
I'm fine. Excited about the Evolution edition.
And Pete, how do you think you evolved? Through Adam and Eve or through the apes and Darwin's theory of evolution?
I think I'm still in the middle of my evolution. I'm still evolving into become a genius.
And a pleasure to say hello to Anwar. How are you today, Anwar?
Oh, I'm doing great, thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you again. And tell me about quickly your theory of evolution, Anwar.
I think it's mixed of both. We're coming from both, Darwin theory and Adam and Eve.
Okay, we'll have a look at that. Always a pleasure to say hello to Ben. Ben, how are you this evening?
I'm fine, thank you. I just finished off the rest of my Tim Hortons coffee.
Do you think Darwin's apes enjoyed Tim Hortons coffee?
I don't think they get a chance.
Why not?
Because they don't have Tim Hortons in ape land.
Our final contestant today is Andrew. Andrew, where do you think you're from?
Scotland.
Are there apes in Scotland?
Oh, yeah, many of them. Yeah, they call them yard apes.
Yard apes. All right, good luck tonight. Okay, let's stop monkeying around. It is time for round number 1. And this round is a true or false round. Each correct response worth a big 10 points. Here's the question, Pete. Is the answer true or is the answer false? In his essay on the principle of population, Malthus said humans were the only population that could continue to grow in size indefinitely. True or false? Hey, Peter, true or false? What do you think?
I think it's false.
Why is that?
Because other species can multiply, such as, let's say, mice, rats, roaches, etc.
The answer is false. Here's your question, Anwar. True or false? The environment dictates only the direction and extent of evolution. The environment dictates only the direction and extent of evolution. And Anwar, true or false?
I think it's false.
Why is that?
That's not necessary to be followed for environment and thing. So.
The answer is true. The environment is the natural selection of variation. This is evolution. Here we go, Ben. Answer true or false? Darwin observed that the plants and animals of the Galapagos Islands were the same as those on islands off the coast of Africa, with similar environments. Darwin observed that the plants and animals of the Galapagos Islands were the same as those on islands off the coast of Africa with similar environments. What do you think, Ben? Is this statement true or is this statement false?
False.
Okay, Ben, what do you think of Darwin's observation?
I don't believe Darwin would make an observation that the animals in the Galapagos were the same as animals off the coast of Africa. They could be similar in a similar environment, but they would definitely not be the same.
So true or false?
False. Darwin didn't observe that.
The answer is false. Darwin's insight into the possibility that species change came after his days of wide-ranging observation and hurried collecting. Now it's your turn, Andrew. True or false? Charles Lyell described how changes in land formations can cause species to evolve. True or false? Okay, Andrew, what do you think? True or false?
I think it's true.
And why is that?
Because your environment will change the way that you do things, what you eat, and how you live.
Okay. Yes, it's true. The swampland eventually dries up, and many of the plants that needed the water die out. The changing climate affected how the animals were evolving also. It has also caused changes to temperature and sea levels, including the formation of glaciers. Round number 2. This round's called Name Dem Bones. Give the common bone name to the following real bone name. You'll hear the real bone name first, and I want you to give the common bone name. First to buzz in gets the answer first. Pelvis. Okay, Ben was first to ring in. What do you think it was, Ben?
I believe pelvis is your hip bone.
The answer is hip. The real bone name is the femur. The femur. Let's see if Ben knows the common bone name for the femur. Ben is right. Common bone name is the thigh bone. The real bone name is the cranium. What's the common bone name? Okay, Pete, what is it?
It's the skull, I believe.
Skull is correct. The real bone name is the mandible. What's the common bone name? Okay, Pete, what is it?
It's the jaw.
Common bone name for the mandible is the jaw. The real bone name is the phalanges. What's the common bone name? Okay, Ben, what do you think phalanges are?
They're fingers, I think.
They are the fingers. Time for round number 3. You've got to really use your head for this one. Yes, it's time for Games Fever. This one's called I Have It. Identify the animal by its eye. Choose the correct answer. 1 point for each correct answer. Is number 1 a bullfrog, an alligator, or a newt? Is number 2 a goldfish, a parrot, or a bird of paradise? Is number 3 a lion, a bear, or a cougar? Is number 4 a bongo, a klipspringer, or a horse? Number 5, is it a gecko, a white-tip reef shark, or a giant squid? Number 6, a piranha, a rattlesnake, or a chameleon. Number 7, a crocodile, a green iguana, or a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Number 8, a black rhinoceros, a white rhinoceros, or an African elephant. Number 9, a chimpanzee, a gorilla, or an orangutan. And number 10, an Asian elephant, a warthog, or a black rhinoceros. Let's hear our players' lists. Okay, Anwar, let's hear your list.
Frog, golden fish, puma, a clip.
Oh, a clipper?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, squid, gecko, green gecko, green
Iguana?
green iguana, African elephant, chimpanzee, and black
Rhinoceros.
rhinoceros.
Okay, Ben, let's hear your list.
Okay. Okay, number 1 I have bullfrog. Number 2 I got bird of paradise. Number 3 is a lion. Number 4 is a klipspringer. Number 5 is a shark. And number 6 is a gecko.
7?
Oh, I haven't got there yet. Sorry. Can't be an elevator. Oh well.
Go ahead, Ben.
7 as an alligator. 8 as a white rhino. 9 as a gorilla. 10 as a black rhino.
Okay, Pete, let's hear your list.
Number 1 is a bullfrog. Number 2 is bird of paradise. Number 3 is wait a minute. Lion. I can read my own writing. Number 4, I put a horse, maybe. Number, what was it, 4? 5 is a squid. Number 6 is a gecko. Number 7 is an iguana. Number 8 is an elephant. Number 9 is a gorilla. And number 10 is a black rhino.
Okay, Andrew, let's hear your list.
I got number 1 was a bullfrog. Number 2 is a goldfish. Number 3 is a cougar. Number 4 is a klipspringer. Number 5 is a gecko. 6 is a chameleon. 7 is an iguana. 8 was an elephant. 9 was a gorilla. And 10 was a rhino.
And the answers are... Number 1 is a bullfrog. Number 2 is a bird of paradise. Number 3 is a lion. Number 4 is a bongo. Number 5 is a chameleon. Number 6 is a white-tip reef shark. Number 7 is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Number 8 is a white rhinoceros. Number 9 is an orangutan. And number 10 is an Asian elephant. How did our players do? Andrew got 2 correct. Ben got 5 correct. Peter got 4 correct. And Anwar got 1 correct. Surprise! It's a bonus question worth 11 points. I was rather surprised to see this creature in the number 1 position, yet it's involved in over 5 million deaths a year, with estimates going as high as 50 million plus. What do you think it is? Are you as nervous and excited as I am? For the fun of it, I'm withholding information about it, but I'll offer a tiny clue, albeit vague, to see if you can use your own cognitive creativity to decide what gets credit of being the number 1 killing creature on the planet. So according to the general consensus of animal experts, which of the following gets the nod for the number 1 world's most dangerous animal? Note, the obvious answer for number 1 would be humans, yet for the purpose of this quiz, I have not included it. Is it mosquitoes, the tsetse fly, the common housefly, or the cockroach? Thanks to its ability to deliver deadly disease directly to the bloodstream, the ever-pestering mosquito is the clear winner. Winner as the world's most dangerous animal. Known mostly for passing on malaria, it also is responsible for elephantitis, yellow fever, West Nile virus, dengue fever, and some other fevers and diseases that don't even have names as yet. I'm no animal activist, and I love and respect all life, but when it comes to the pesky skeeter, I say swat 'em, smoosh 'em, spray 'em, squash 'em, and mash 'em every chance you get. Players have not heard the answer. Let's hear what they say. Okay, Peter, what's number 1 world's most killing creature?
Yay! Kermit the Frog.
That was one of the multiple choices.
Just kidding. I was just kidding.
I know. What's the answer?
Mosquitoes.
Okay, we're going to Anwar now. Anwar?
I believe mosquito.
Okay, Ben, what's your answer, Ben?
100% my answer is a mosquito.
And our friend Andrew, what is the world's most number 1 killing creature?
Well, Ben said a mosquito, but I think it takes more than one.
Here are the final scores from the Evolution Edition. And the final scores for the Evolution round, Anwar got 12, Andrew 23, Peter 30, and our champ is Ben with 41 points. Congratulations, Ben. Many thanks to the members of the Blue Sheet Clubhouse. Without their help, this show would not be possible. This has been a colorful Mary Cridge Manor production. Still hungry for more? If you want to submit any trivia questions to our show to ask the players, just email me your trivia questions at greg@tbitalks.com, and I will be happy to incorporate them into the show. Thanks for participating. Look forward to seeing you again. Sustainable growth is a contradiction in terms. Nothing physical can grow indefinitely. Sustainable use is only applicable to renewable resources.